Yeah, we're frustrated, like I said out there, because I think we're a better team than our record shows. And I told our guys, are you taking steps forward or are you taking steps back? And I thought tonight we took some really positive steps forward. We're just a play or two away, unfortunately, like we have been, from got to get a stop there, have to make a shot there, couple of situational things that, again, you can't call a timeout every play and say, hey guys, here's what you need to do in this situation, that you just have to learn from experience that guys hopefully don't do as they get older. But I'm frustrated because I think we're going to be a good team, and the scoreboard doesn't indicate that right now. But I told our guys I think it's really important to do things the right way when you're winning. I think it's even more important to do things the right way when you're losing. So I don't know if you guys saw the deal on Chris Beard the other day, but they asked him, they're struggling at Texas Tech from a win standpoint. We're going to continue to do everything the right way, just like he said. Continue to go to class, continue to lift weights, continue to eat the right way, continue to stay in the gym, extra film, continue to work. And Coach Cantin's wore a shirt the other day that said, right across the front, nobody cares, work harder. And that's what we're about, and I have full confidence that if we continue to do that things will turn around on the scoreboard.
I know you just mentioned that you don't want to call timeouts all the time to try and explain things. They missed 2 free throws, 15 seconds left, down 3. Zach kind of rushed, and it was a deep look. Was there any thought to maybe call a timeout in that situation?
Yeah, you just want to be careful with that because, you only got 15 seconds, and then if you call one and you don't, now you're done. Now you got none. And so you always want to have one in your pocket, because just like you saw at the end there, I mean, it ended up being they missed some free throws, and we actually told Dakota going in the game, hey, make sure we let those guys know on the foul line exactly what we want them to do. So, it's a shot I think Zach's capable of making. Again, I think that's one of those he probably learns as we go, in that situation a little bit. But I think you got to be careful burning your last time out when you may still need it. If we were to get a quick 2 there, which is what I wanted to do, was get a quick 2, and now all of a sudden you need a timeout and you've used it, now you got no chance to win the game. So you always want to have one in your pocket unless it's a 1 or 2 second situation.
I don't know if you have any update, but Sam's condition after that hit there, he took it the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's okay from a safety standpoint. I spoke to Nicole for a minute. I don't know what I can divulge from a standpoint legally, from a medical record standpoint, but I think he's going to be okay. I don't think he's in super danger, and hopefully won't be out for too long.
So even in a loss, this was probably, at least I'd say, the most complete game as far as putting 2 halves together so far. How does would you agree with that, for one, and two, how does that help going forward?
Yeah, well, I thought tonight, I mean, you guys have seen it. We've had multiple possessions on offense throughout the year where, me included, was saying, hey, what are we doing out there? And so we tweaked some things offensively and simplified some things that we were doing, and actually took away some of our guys' freedom, which is not necessarily something I'm a huge fan of in theory. But when you're trying to lead the country in turnovers, you want to kind of limit guys a little bit. And so we ran a staple of our offense with a ball screen continuity, but I thought it cut down on decision making for our guys. So you see, 17 assists to 12 turnovers. I think it's the best we've had all year, would be my guess. I don't know for sure, but we struggled so much with turnovers. And so I thought that really helped us, just simplifying our offense. We got out rebounded, but I thought we were pretty close there on the glass. I thought outside of just, I mean, we all know it, we've got good shooters and good players that have got to step up and make some open looks, and we're just not shooting the ball at the level that you need to shoot the ball at. I mean, I'm not sure what they ended up here for the game. Let's see what they ended up. They ended up 38.5%. I mean, that would probably be in the top 60 in the country in defensive field goal percentage. So we've been doing that all year. We've been holding people to really low percentages, which is tremendous, but you got to step up and make some of those shots. And thought the difference was tonight, we've had some possessions in games past where we're getting almost shot clock violation. Tonight we had the one where I thought Tracy got put in a bad spot, but other than that, we got really good looks. Just got to knock those down. So, yeah, I think this was probably the closest thing to a complete game we've played. It's a positive sign that, we're going the right direction, I think. But obviously, we're all frustrated with losing. I mean, that's not something any of us expect or will ever accept in this program.
I thought the ball movement was even better than I've seen tonight, and I thought Tracy played a big role tonight, coming back into the rotation, not playing in practice. Can you just speak on Tracy and what he brings?
Yeah, well, it's such a difficult situation with him because, as you guys can see, I mean, he's not a big scoring guy, but he's a big time defender. He's our best charge guy. He just calms our guys down on the court because he's our only senior. I think people forget that too. He's the only guy that's been through the wars in Division One for multiple years. So, 6 assists to 2 turnovers for your starting four-man's pretty good. So I thought he really brought a calming influence for us. He took charges. He does a great job talking defensively. He played 27 minutes. I'd love to play him 37. His knee just won't let him. So he's doing everything he can, really dragging that leg and fighting and clawing, and you spoke on him. He doesn't practice at all. I mean, everything he does is just shooting on his own with the coach, watching film to make sure he knows our sets and knows what we're doing. But he's doing everything we ask him to do. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here, but I think he's got straight A's academically right now as well. So I couldn't be happier with Tracy's effort. He's a little bit limited medically, unfortunately.
Your message to the fans that are frustrated, I know that you said you guys are frustrated, but what is your message to them? The student section, once again, was pretty solid.
I thought they were great, and I would say to all of our fans, they've been tremendous. Unfortunately, we are rebuilding a program. We lost 5 seniors last year. We returned 2 guys that have worn an FGCU jersey. Zach Scott, I believe, averaged 8 points a game last year. I think Caleb maybe under 4. And those are the only 2 that have played in that jersey before. Now, we don't make excuses for losses in this program, but it's the reality of where we are. We're rebuilding a program and trying to do it from the ground up, much like we did when Coach Enfield and I first got here. And that's hard. It's hard to win games when you're inexperienced. It's hard to win games when you're young. And, there have been a few games, obviously the FIU game, the Mercer game, some of the, St. Louis where we weren't really in it, but most of our losses have been close losses, and you say, hey, could we have done something different here, different there? But I really believe a lot of it is just you got guys in situations that have never been there. And, what I would tell our fans is if you look at our roster, we'll return everybody but Tracy. We love our recruiting class coming in. So we think this program is in good shape for the foreseeable future for a long time. But I hope that our fans who've been so tremendous to us throughout my career here will hang with us as we grow and go through some growing pains, because I do think it's going to be a really fun group to be a part of when we get it totally together.
Last one I would have for you is that the first time Jack's been to the arena to watch you guys play?
No, he comes. Heather brings him, I think, most of the time. I'm sure you guys saw him. He's got his noise-canceling headphones, and I think his cheeks are so chubby that, they have a little trouble fitting on there. But she brings him just about every game that she can. So he's seen a lot of basketball. Unfortunately, he hadn't seen a lot of pretty basketball yet. But I did think, to your comment, there were some possessions with ball movement where it was elite offensively, and we just didn't knock down the shot, And so if you continue to do that, you got to believe those shots are going to go in.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, guys.